Are you struggling to pay down your student loans? Many Americans are. Last month, I was featured in a Forbes article about the Save College Loan Program, which was introduced in the summer of 2023. What is the Save program? Well, it's a new income-based repayment program that allows low-income taxpayers to manage their student loans by having the government subsidize the interest portion of their loan. Currently, with most student loan programs, interest is accrued exponentially, and that's why you find many Americans not being able to pay down the principal or even get to it because interest has accrued to a point where they're struggling just paying that down. The Save Payment program is actually subsidized by the government and will not allow interest to accrue on your student loans. Your principal balance is always going to stay the same, and the overall balance is going to continue to decrease as you pay down your principal, because the interest is going to be subsidized by the US government. How does this work? Let's say you had $50 of interest accrued on your student loan payment that month, and you're only eligible for a $34 payment based on your income information. Now you're gonna pay down $34, but then you're gonna say, well, I still have $16 that I have to pay. You won't. It's subsidized. The government is gonna take care of $16. You're only going to be eligible for that $34. The full $50 is going to be paid off, and no interest is going to continue to accrue. Now, where do I come in this article? I don't really deal with student loans or savings programs or any of that sort with the government. What we really need to focus on is the way to take advantage of this program. The program looks at the overall income for the family when dealing with repayment calculations. If you have two spouses, one that's a high earner, one that's a low earner, and the high earner has no student debt and the low earner does have student debt, if they file jointly, that wouldn't benefit the lower earner with student debt because their overall income would be high. What you would do in a scenario like this is file as married filing separately. And if you do that, the government won't consider the high income earning spouse in that repayment calculation. All they're going to look at is the income of the lower earner and their student loan balance. And that is the way that you can get the full benefit of the SAFE program. However, you have to keep in mind that when you file as married filing separate, you actually lose some of the benefits that you get as filing jointly. You may lose out on certain deductions such as the dependent care credit, educational credits, a decrease in QBI if that applies to you. And if you have rental property, you wouldn't be able to deduct up to $25,000 of a loss if you're making less than $150,000. These are just to name a few. You would really have to consider whether the benefits outweigh the costs. And if they do, then it's a no-brainer. Go ahead and file separately. But if not, then you may want to think twice about applying for the program or filing separately altogether. How would you know this? Reach out to your tax pro. Tell them that you're considering applying for the SAFE program and have them run a few scenarios for you to see if it makes sense or not. This could be a great opportunity. Follow, like, share for more tips.